Yes, Jean. When you look at this multiplicity of talents in the whole country, if you track the players, the young people who have left here, they are, permit me call some clubs, they are in insignificant clubs. You hear them in Slovenia, in Pakistan. Why do they go only to those kind of areas? And you see only a few of them going to clubs that are well known. What is the reason for this?
It's impatience. I think it's to do with impatience. Impatience of youngsters because of the current situation in the country, wanting to leave. I mean, Cameroonians think anywhere else is better than at home. So that impatience of wanting to leave would lead some of these youngsters making very drastic decisions that is going to cost them their career and cost them everything. So that is why I say that I want to bring in people that are working in the professional environment, high-profile clubs in Europe that will come in and tap in with those up and coming great youngsters and give them opportunity to play in top clubs in Europe. I don't want a situation where a youngster, will be going to play in Slovenia and all these other places. I want the possibility of a youngster playing in France, playing in Belgium, playing in the top leagues, the top 5 leagues in Europe. We can do that, but it's creating that space, creating that platform for these youngsters to be able to showcase and excel. That is something that we need to provide, and it's also about mentoring with our experience, my experience, and some of the guys who are from Cameroon, the experience we have got in the game, back home and abroad. Some of those experiences we can share. It's mentoring. We can share those experiences with the youngsters and tell them that this is the reality. This is the reality because they don't need that. We have to pass those experiences. If we don't, then it's criminal. Why shouldn't we?
I've seen you in situations coaching children and so on. Can we have a little bit of a cursory look at your coaching career? What kind of coaching you are doing in the UK?
Well, I pick up youngsters. I've got a football academy called First Academy, and because of the difficulty, I used to bring players all across Europe, and because of Brexit and all of that, it made my work extremely very difficult. So what I decided to do, go around the United Kingdom, get the best youngsters from 14 to 16 years, get them training intensively for 3 months, and because I've got very good contact with some clubs within the United Kingdom, Brighton, Fulham, Watford, just down the road from where I live. What I do is I identify those up-and-coming talents, work with them, mentor them for some time. Nobody stays in my academy more than 3 months. So we train intensively. And after those intensive training and friendly games, I look where the players are. And if I see signs of anyone imposing themselves, then I will push them into professional clubs. That is what I have been doing all this while. So I've got some players at Fulham. They're building up slowly, and hopefully they will be able to focus on the bigger picture and get a professional contract, because I told them that once you are in there, it is not the end. It's just the beginning. Don't get complacent. Get back to work and do what you have to do, because,
When one hears that you run a football academy out in England, was it easy for you as a Cameroonian to start an academy?
Well, nothing is easy. I have always been used to things being difficult. I mean, it's always been difficult, whether it's in Cameroon or anywhere else, it's difficult. I mean, I don't want Cameroonians having this tendency that is going to be given to them on the plate. It's not going to be the case. Nothing is easy. Anything you want, you have to go and get it. That's my conception. You have to impose yourself. Nobody's going to give it to you. So running an academy as a Cameroonian, as an African, I mean, it's not going to be given to me on the plate. But I mean, as a coach, we even have that problem back at home in our own country. We don't identify the importance of our countrymen and countrywomen doing a great job and creating an opportunity for them. We don't do that. We bring experts from abroad, and we think those experts can do a better job than home based. So, I mean, anywhere you are, anything you want to do, it is not going to be easy. But if you're passionate about what you're doing and you have a vision of what you want to realize, you go ahead and stick to your vision, stick to your plan, stick to your passion, and I am pretty sure that it's just a matter of time. Everything will come out. Will come out with them.
Your academy has white children from other countries apart from Africa. How do they respond to you?
Well, like I said before, I mean, most of the students in my academy, they are all Caucasians, Europeans. I mean, they are all white, as someone will put it, even though I have yet to understand what that means. I mean, I have an experience this year. I am passionate about football. I have been in the game for a very long time as a professional footballer. So I don't have a complex issue. So it could be anyone in front of me. To me, it doesn't matter. I have got a job to do, and I will do my job and apply and apply. I put out what needs to be done. So I am not. I don't have any complex whatsoever about anyone that is around me. I know my job. I have done all the courses that I need to do as a football coach to be able to get where I am. So I just go out there knowing my subject matter, and I put out what I need to do, and I impose, and it's been carried out. That's the way I work.
You are. What does a day of a coach like you in an academy looks like?
Well, a day. Sometimes it differs. A day for a coach is not I'm not only a coach as such. I am also a mentor. I mentor youngsters, and they may have issues outside coaching. And they have other issues going on at home. It might be with their family. It might be with teammates. It might be with school. So the job of a coach varies. I think I'm more than a coach. I run an academy on my own with assistance from other people doing administrative jobs and so on. But there is quite a lot that I need to do. I need to prepare my subject matter. What are you planning for the next few weeks? You have to plan ahead. Also, timing is very important. You have to get there before anyone else set up everything, before the players stand up, everything is set up and ready. You have a discussion with your players, find out where everyone is. And if you see sometimes in training somebody is not really coming out and giving what they should be giving, there might be some psychological issues, mental issues that are going on. So some of these things you have to be able to spot. That's why I decided at some point before becoming a coach I have to do psychology, because you have to understand your players. Once you do, you have John Black turning up for training, not running the way he should, not doing certain things that he should be doing. There might be a blockade somewhere. So these are you spot these things, and after training, you invite the player on the side and find out, are you having some issues outside football? What is it? And then we can talk about it and try to find a way out. So that is the life of football coach.
Do you usually organize some youth camps?
We do organize youth camps, and in some of those youth camps, that is where it's easier to identify a potential footballer. And when you have youth camps, they train all day, you organize competitions, and you get to see everybody. And then from there, you can spot out who has got something very special and who you want to work with. And after that, you can invite them to come to your academy, have a look at them, and if you're satisfied going forward, then we take it from there.
So where's your academy based?
My academy is based somewhere called in Buckinghamshire, a place called Aylesbury. That is about 45 minutes from Wembley, the famous Wembley Stadium.
We are talking about London now.
We talk. It's the outskirts of London. Outskirts of London.
Outskirts of London. Okay.
Outskirts of London.
Well, from your face, Jean, it looks like it's coming on very well with you. You are enjoying what you are doing. You are doing it with a passion, and it is flourishing. Let's not hide the word.
Well, it is a flourishing academy. I mean, I've got a lot of parents now on the standby who are waiting to be part of it. But I don't have my academy. It's not about having too many players. I don't look for quantity. I'm looking for quality. So every 3 months we make a transition. So I've got a lot of people waiting to be part of the academy because they know the work we're doing. Our training sessions are very intensive, very professional, and we're helping to develop young players. And at the same time, if we see something that is special, we give them the possibility to move on to greener pastures. So we are very different from most academies in the United Kingdom. In some academies in the United Kingdom, you can be there for years, and you are still in one place in the academy. You're not going anywhere. So we don't do that. 3 months, and we transition you to greener pastures if you've got what it takes. But all we ask for is dedication. We ask for somebody with a lot of passion, showing that you want to go places. So your attitude towards your work has to be professional at all times, in training like in matters. So we demand a lot from the young guys, and we help to push them, to propel them to the next level. So the parents love it because for the first time they are seeing their children being pushed a little bit, giving them the ingredients they need to be able to meet up with the expectations. This is very important. If we don't do that, we are lying to the young guys. We shouldn't lie to them. We should give them the tools they need.
Are you comfortable giving us maybe an example of one case you've treated, say, from Cameroon?
Well, I've done some work with Eno, a very good friend of mine, Eno Young. We've done some work in Belgium, we've done some work in Cyprus, and we were very close to doing big business at Bolton Wanderers. It didn't work out in the end, but we were very close. So that is the work that I've done with Cameroonian top athlete. I also had the possibility to do some work with Clinton Gier. He didn't take the offer. He decided to go to Russia, and I am still pushing. We will see. There is more to come. I am still in the business. I've got a bigger network than before as a result of being here and punching my weight here and there and everywhere. So it's a matter of time. I think, especially here in the Premiership in England, I should be able to pull something with a Cameroonian. Yes, that might be possible.
Come on, keep going. 45 seconds. Put it in. Yes. 30 seconds. Come on, come on, come on, come on.